Good morning, everyone. I'm going to open up this meeting by saying welcome and thank you for being here today. I know that we can all agree that Chloe's education is very important, and we want to find the best options for her. My name is Sydney Friel, and I'm the Vice Principal at Valley View Elementary School. Let's go around and have everyone else introduce themselves before we get started.
My name is Amber Sage, and I'm Chloe's General Education teacher.
Hi. My name is Arcelia Espuro, and I am the Special Education teacher.
And I'm Kristen Scramlin, and I am the recorder of the information for this meeting that we will discuss a need for future reference and help monitor what Chloe is according to the IEP.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Winchester. I'm Chloe's mother. Thank you all for being here to discuss my daughter's education and attempting to help her be the best that she can be.
All right. I would like to start off by addressing some of the concerns we have about Chloe and her education. Our general education and special education teacher will also pitch in when necessary. Chloe struggles with reading. She's in 4th grade and reading at a 1st grade level. Because of her reading level, it makes it difficult for her to excel in math as well. Chloe's social skills and communication skills are great. She communicates well with her classmates and expresses her ideas. We are meeting today to discuss our ideas, goals, and accommodations for improving her reading and therefore math skills.
My daughter doesn't struggle with math. She's very good at math at home. When I help her read her homework problems to her, she does it mostly by herself, and usually succeeds in finding a way to solve the problem. I don't think it's fair that her reading level should affect her math abilities.
In my classroom, I noticed in math that she's particularly struggling with word problems. She's having no problem finishing math equations, though. Also, due to her reading level, she's struggling in Accelerated Reader.
I'm sorry, what's Accelerated Reader?
Accelerated Reader is a school-wide computer program for grades K through 12 that allows students to read books in their reading level or above. The students then take an AR test to determine their comprehension of the book, and they receive points from passing the test. And due to her low reading level, she's fallen behind in that.
I'm confused. Is this meeting to discuss her reading or her math abilities?
We are meeting today to discuss her reading, but because she is struggling with reading, she is also struggling in other subject areas, because reading is used in every subject.
Thank you for clarifying that, Ms.
I just want to interject to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Chloe's having some difficulty with reading, and it's affecting other areas of school. Our first step is to set some goals that we want Chloe to reach by the end of this school year. We want to make sure these goals are realistic, so we will have another IEP meeting in the future to revisit these goals and see how she's doing. We can always adjust them to make them more realistic if we need to. Everyone in this room has the same goal, and that we all want Chloe to be successful in her education. After we accept these goals, our next step is to come up with accommodations we can make to support Chloe. These accommodations should focus on her literacy skills, but should also address some of the other content areas that are affected by literacy skills, including math. Our special education teacher, Ms. Aspero, has already begun to think about the goals we should set for Chloe. Would you like to share this with Ms. Winchester at this time?
Great, thank you, Ms. Girl. I can share what I have so far, but I'd like to encourage everyone to feel free to make any suggestions. The goals I have developed for Chloe are that she meets the standards in reading fluency and comprehension for 2nd grade prior to our next IEP meeting. By meeting her reading goals, she will also be improving in math and all other areas, as mentioned earlier. Chloe is very bright, and if we created appropriate accommodations, I am confident that she will be able to meet the goals. Again, we can always come back and adjust them at our meeting next month.
Is there any way to get her to a 3rd grade level?
I think it's more realistic to try to get her to a 2nd grade level and adjust later if she succeeds past that.
I appreciate that and think that these goals can be very fair to Chloe. If we keep that in mind, then we might be able to adjust those later.
Great, I'm glad to hear that. Also, in order to help Chloe reach these goals, I have come up with a few accommodations we can provide for her in school. The accommodations we have created include, but are not limited to, providing more time on tasks or assessments, reading math problems out loud, using graphic organizers to break up math problems, and improve comprehension with reading. Does anyone have any suggestions about the goals and accommodations that I have developed?
Well, during math time in my classroom, I'll make sure that Chloe gets any story problems read to her until she's ready to move on to reading them on her own, so she can still participate in math.
I do that at home, so I think that these accommodations will really help Chloe be successful. Thank you so much for your involvement and attention to Chloe's education. I'll make sure that I'm also trying to do what I can at home to help Chloe be successful in education.
I think that's a great idea. We all care about Chloe's education and appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for meeting with us today. Chloe's education is clearly very important to all of us. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me or Ms. Espero.
Thank you. And I will send a copy of the discussions discussed today to the principal that will send out to everyone involved.
Thank you.
Okay. Can we keep that part in there? Yes.
It's still recording.